city life, sipping on some syrup, I feel Canadian. City life, I might visit vibes. City life, swear it's just a city life, she living such a city life, she just want a silly vibe, she said she just wanna have some fun tonight, she wanna have some fun out in the city tonight, told that hoe you wanna sip some syrup like you Canadian, city life, how you make your money, I said baby, I've been fight, city life, shout out my boy City Life, ayy. Back up in the hoe, swear. Life day to day, such a project. Living in the damn project. They gonna talk, but obviously to me. Talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk. To me, I be cooking, I be whipping over the walk. See, walk. If you talk it, then walk it. How you talk it, then hey, city life, ayy. I might sip some syrup like a million. Ayy, city life. Said, baby, how you make your money? I said, baby, I best fight. Best in the city life, ayy. City life, I said, this bitch wanna have a city life. Roll through to the city night.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the City Life Project YouTube channel for just a chill little stream here tonight. We're going to quickly go over some last minute picks and a quick little breakdown for RIZIN, and we are going to bury all the glory fight companions that we've ever done on this channel. Good to see you, Shane. Hope the fam's doing well. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Before we get into anything, Hoptics with a out of left field comment here says, Isha, hear me out. Let's start a daycare in Minnesota. I'm good. That's all you, brother. That is all you. That is all you. Reason being? Question mark. Oh, by the way, I know I've like shifted around the membership stream a couple times this week. Totally forgot RIZIN starts pretty much at the same time that I wanted to do it tonight, so we moved it to tomorrow. We'll do a little, New Year's Eve out west, anyways. New Year's Eve out west member stream, which we have 4 pretty big stories in the world of combat sports and mixed martial arts, and a whopping, how many highlights did I get together? 20 highlights. I think I wrote 15 on the stream. I got to change that. 20 highlights. So I'm the captain now. What's up, TG1? What's up, TG1? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, guys. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off. This is what you guys are all here to see. Whoops. Hold on one sec. Let me switch this background up. That was aggressive. There we go. This is what you're all here to see. This is what you're all here to see. Looks like the Glory Saga is going to come to an end. I do need to delete every single fight companion live stream that we've ever performed on this channel. For the record, no Glory content has ever been shown or via audio played through any of these streams. I want to make that perfectly clear. And as such, I'll continue to cover Glory on this channel moving forward by not showing stuff on screen, by not showing audio, which I've always complied and have performed legally. But anyways, to get this whole mess taken care of, and by the way, if we do another Glory Fight Companion and they do come after us, then oh man, that's a whole other can of worms. But here we go. I got an email today that was like, delete everything. Send us like proof that you deleted everything and a kind note. and we'll leave you alone, essentially. So that's what we're gonna do here, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we're gonna do here. Last night, by the way, YouTube reinstated the stream that got dinged, the Starbucks stream. So that one's gonna go. That one's gonna go. That one's gonna go. That one's gonna go. I had this. I think I lost power or something after the first one or something like that. This one's a Rise World Series, but Glory Fighters were involved, so it will comply. This one's gonna go. This one's gonna go. This one's gonna go. I didn't realize how much Glory we've covered on this channel and how much fight footage we have not shown on screen and how much fight audio footage from Triller at the time, Glory.tv, and DAZN that we did not share with the public here on YouTube through these fight companions on YouTube. All right. It's almost half a million views, ladies and gentlemen. Almost 500,000 views. Oh yeah. More actions. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Emotional damage.
While you wait, you can leave the screen. Don't do it! Don't do it! I had to do it. I had to do it. Tell him you ain't doing shit. I can't afford a lawyer, Chrissy. Or a lawyer to combat friggin' Glory. Samurai Fighthouse is losing production quality every event. I have a feeling they're going to move to Fight Pass sooner than later. Glad that it is being resolved. Surprised you're not just boycotting them moving forward. Fuck no. Just saw the title of Everything's All Right with Your channel. There's a Somalian daycare scam in Minnesota. This administration has actually told me that every Somalian in Minnesota is actually scamming every other Somalian and every white and black person in Minnesota. Oh, they're all gone. They're all gone. All that remains is when I first explained the situation last week when the stream got canceled. So, like, obviously there's nothing there, but that is it. That is it. I think there's one more video I have to. Oh, yes. The re-upload. Hold on, guys. Hold on. The re-upload has to go. Let me quickly find that. I re-uploaded the video and that has to go. All right, this is the one. All right. The last one to go. No, we do not want to download it. We want to delete it. I understand. Now this has been deleted 3 times. 3 times off the channel. Goodbye, Starbucks stream. It was real. Boom. It's gone. It's gone. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. All the Glory content, all the fight companions have been scrubbed from the channel. Now, there are a couple videos that, like, I talked about, like a Glory kickboxer got arrested, or, you know, Thai boxer who fought in Glory a few times. I'm not going to delete that off the channel because that is not what they asked for. All those stories fall under fair use. I don't even think I use any Glory clips. And if I do, it's literally like 3 seconds flashing with like clips of them fighting in all sorts of different organizations and pictures, right? But if they come back and say, please take those down, I will obviously comply as well. But that is what, that is directly what they asked for, so. By the way, we will be live for RIZIN in a few hours. I'm going to set up that stream right after this. Right after this, I'm going to set up that stream. I'm going to crush a workout, and then I'm going to take a nap. Then I'm going to take a nap and try to get at least 2 hours in. At least 2 hours in, because last night was tough. Last night was tough. Here, one sec. Boom. removed. Removed and permanently deleted all glory material from all platforms under your control, including but not limited to YouTube and Discord channels listed above. Deleted them all on Twitch, deleted them all on YouTube, and there is nothing on Discord, so nothing saved on Discord. So there you go. There you go. That knockout card was good, but fuck, it dragged on. I didn't realize that it went 7 hours, you know? The intermission was tough, but you know, every intermission in Japanese MMA is tough. I'm going to catch it on replay, so can't use all YouTube all day tomorrow to watch the full card after work. Yes. I just got up for a 2-hour nap and got 2 hits of acid for tonight. Goddamn, degenerate Dane. Yo, you see Canada lit up the Danes 9-1 last night? They're on Uruguay. Frank, I don't know why. The low production, maybe Samurai just don't want to spend much money. I mean, you saw Inca put some money into their cameras, and now Inca is going to UFC Fight Pass. Maybe Samurai Fight House just wants Daddy Dana to pay for all the new cameras. Good to see you, by the way, Scraps. Good to see you. What's up, Zach? Good to see you. Good to see you. They literally said permanently delete. So I ain't private in shit. RIZIN starts at 11 p.m. Eastern. There might be one prelim on for free on YouTube. Well, I think the first 3 fights are free on YouTube, but like there might be the prelim an hour ahead of time, but I'll be going live when the pay-per-view starts. Boom. There you go. There you go. Good to see everybody in the live chat, by the way. I don't think I missed anybody. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, let's quickly go over this RIZIN card, guys. Let's quickly go over this RIZIN card. I know I went over it with J Wolf. And if you guys want that full because I'm gonna fire through these, guys. I'm gonna fire through these. If you missed nor do not have time now to go through the full RIZIN picks and predictions video, which, by the way, we don't just it's longer than just, and there's more than and preview, which is what I'm doing right now. It's kind of like a whole podcast show. The timestamps are there if you want to. I said, what's up, Everly? Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, bro, it's good to pop in. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing great. For someone who just deleted 500,000 views off their YouTube channel, I'm excited to have RIZIN tonight. With our luck, RIZIN's AI Indian scam detection software is going to strike our RIZIN Fight Companion 2, because that's just, you know, when it rains, it pours, but whatever. At that point, I got plenty Japanese whiskey to drown in. No, yeah, I know, Shane, I know. So this is the full RIZIN preview. It has timestamps. You can check it out if you want. But let's get to a quick rundown here. And if I had more time, guys, we would just do our membership stream right now. But I'm going to do it tomorrow. It's going to be a New Year's stream. I'll get some champagne. I'll finally get the categories together for the year-end awards. And then I'll share it with everybody who I'm supposed to share it with. Yo, what's up, Reaper? Good to see you. All right, let's quickly fire through these. Now that we have betting odds, too. All right. Yurisuda against Enzo Masami. Imazato, I'm going Yurisuda. He beat him in grappling before. He trains out of a better gym. And I just think overall he's a little bit more well-rounded. In regards to Ashizawa, who weighed in with a freaking rash guard, funny enough. Going up against Ryoma Shishimoto. I'm going with Ashizawa. J-kick crossover. He's a dog. He is a little chinny and has no grappling whatsoever, but he's a brawler. Shishimoto is an MMA fighter, but you know, at a very low level. Is it possible that he out-grapples Catfish? Sure. But I think this is a perfect matchup for Catfish just to get involved in another brawling and not get out-grappled or out-MMA'd, for lack of a better term. Next one we have Bei Noah against Tatsuya Saika. I'm going to go with Saika on this one. He's more well-rounded, has better grappling especially. Both are a little chinny at this stage in their career. Noah gets dropped in like every single fight. Doesn't matter if it's an LFA or RIZIN. He gets dropped in every single one of his fights. He is a kickboxing crossover as well. He is a very good striker. He has some decent wins on his resume. He had a very big upset win over Johnny Case, but I do think Saika is just a more well-rounded guy. I know he's certified Unk, 35 years of age. He also has KO power. What does he have? 12 KO TKOs, I'm pretty sure. 12, yeah. Not as polished of a striker, but a dangerous striker, as well as someone who has just a better overall ground game. I think Saika wins this one. He's coming in at the underdog, too. Wow. RIZIN party, let's go. Hey, what's up, Blanca? Much love from Chile as well. What's up, C4 San Diego? What's up, Scott? Good to see you. Good to see you. Damn, as an underdog, I like him. As an underdog, I like him even more. All right, moving up the card, we have Shinosuke against Tomizawa. Oh, love me some Shinosuke fights. He's a brawler. No, I don't want to say no skill, but just throws his hands like a fucking crazy person. Has no grappling or takedown defense either. He's another kickboxing crossover. He's the favorite in this one, which again, I love Tomizawa as the underdog, and that's who I'm picking. That's who I'm picking. The MMA factor, like Tomizawa has shown, even in only 3 MMA fights, that he has taken grappling, taken wrestling, taken the other elements of mixed martial arts outside of striking. Seriously, they're both kickboxing crossovers. This is the rematch. Tomizawa lost in kickboxing, but I do think he's going to win in MMA. I think he'll have his moments on the feet and just go, full on same game plan as he employed against Joe Hiramoto. If he can defend the takedown, he could probably beat Tomizawa again. I think Tomizawa is going to beat him in employing all the mixed martial arts in that one. Joji Goto against Shorty Torres. By the way, the We Are RIZIN podcast just posted an interview with Shorty Torres. Go check that out. Go check that out. What's up, Meatball? Good to see you. Good to see you. First time I've seen another Chilean in your chat. Let's go. We're going international. Going international. Again, we'll get the RIZIN stream up right after this, guys. So you're telling me, so what you're telling me is that Shinosuke is a more experienced grappler? Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Oh. If he can do what he did to Joe Hiramoto, he can 100% do that against Shinosuke. The only thing is, can Shinosuke crack him before he takes him down? Because Shinosuke has -5 takedown defense, -5 ability to get back up to his feet. I do have a soundboard. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So though I agree he's inexperienced, that is a crazy comment to make when he is facing freaking Shinosuke, bro. Who, again, love Shinosuke. Black Rose badass. But let's be honest, his grappling is even far more inexperienced than his opponent. Joji Goto against... I hope you're right. I hope Shinosuke knocks him out, but it's crazy that is your main argumentative piece. It truly blows my mind that is your main argumentative piece. All right, Shorty Torres, who I think is definitely UFC level, has not had a great run as of late, but if you look at the fights, not just the record, he's fought only great opponents, and he's put on very competitive and close fights in those losses. 1-4 in his last 5, lost to Ogi Kubo, got out-wrestled like pretty much everybody does. He's freaking the Marab of RIZIN. I hope Uncle Motoya can get it done, but it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one. Lost to Diaz Yaron Gapov. I believe he won one of those 3 rounds. That was the title eliminator fight. That was for a shot at Mokaev, but Mokaev's a duck. He's scared of Yaron Gapov, and Brave is an absolute disgrace for allowing that duck to quack and run away. Anyways, he beat Makoto Shinryu via split decision, which is a huge win. And yeah, lost in a trilogy to the champ. think he lost. Did he lose all 3 times? Oh, he beat him the first time to gain the belt in Brave, and then lost twice in their trilogy, coming back and then beating Shinryu, though. So very well-rounded, good striker, good grappler, good wrestler. He just doesn't have that knockout power that he had against lesser competition. I think it was like Titan FC on the regional scene. Joji Goto is a G who's in a gi. Bro is insane. Don't let his record fool you. He's a very good fighter, and he is on a freaking run right now. 3-2 in his last 5. 29 years of age. 10 KO TKOs, never been knocked out. 4 submissions, been submitted 4 times and 5 decisions. He had 2 back-to-back twister submissions, guys. 2 back-to-back twister submissions. Unbelievable. And that's not even his bread and butter. Now, Nakajima, that was his retirement fight, and he retired him. He's got knockout power. He's got a good chin. He's got good friggin' jiu-jitsu. This should be an awesome fight. Does Goto have the power advantage? Yes. Does Torres have the, just level of experience advantage? Yeah. So I'm going with Shorty Torres on this one. Slight underdog. Could Goto finish him? Sure, but Shorty doesn't get finished, man. 2 times, that's it. Never been submitted. I'm going with Torres, but if Goto beats Shorty Torres, title shot next. Or UFC might be taking notes, or you know what I mean, or at least road to UFC. But anyways, I'm going with Shorty Torres in that one. Shinryu versus Kondo, man, I don't even think I have to do that much of a breakdown. Shinryu is gonna absolutely tear through this guy like malleable Swiss cheese. It's not even gonna be close. Back to the twisters. Have any other fighters ever done that? I don't think 2 in a row, but yes, many fighters have done twisters. Korean Zombie. I think his was on Efren Escudero, if I'm not mistaken. Kenny. What's up, Kenny? Good to see you. Meatball, good to see you too. Shinryu is an insane wrestler, an insane grappler, and his striking has come a long way. He's never going to rely on it, but he can hold his own against higher level competition now in the striking. I cannot believe he's not the minus 2,500 favorite. 25-1 as a pro. He's the former Deep and Cage Fury FC champ. Never been knocked out. Never got a knockout or TKO. 6 submissions, 14 decisions. Yet most of his fights are very exciting. 6-4 in RIZIN, 1-0 in Bellator. Lost to Uncle Motoya. Beat Ursin Yamamoto. Ito is a really good win. Yamamoto not so much. Close fight against Torres. This was too close for comfort, but it was a tune-up fight after getting humbled by Uncle Ogi Kubo. Good win against Jung Hyung Lee. I don't see the hype I don't see the hype that the Koreans are giving Jung Hyung Lee. I really don't think he's that great. Do I think he's developed in his last 2 fights? Absolutely. But basically Shinyu's only lost to top guys. In my opinion, UFC level guys. Motoya, Torres, Ogi Kubo, Horiguchi. Again, Cage Fury FC champ, deep champ against decent guys as well. And he won the deep belt twice, so what a beauty. Kondo, 11-14-1. The women love him. He's, I don't even want to say good everywhere. He's okay everywhere, not great anywhere other than his overhand. He's got some power. Could he crack Shinryu? Sure. Do I think he cracked Shinryu? Absolutely not. I think Shinryu either submits him in the fight or maybe even gets his first ever ground and pound victory getting full mount. But I'm leaning towards a submission, either first or second round. If not, it's going to be a dominant decision. Yeah. Have there been some flashes of, okay, there's something there? Absolutely. But never been a fan of Kondo. I don't think I ever will be. Shinryu's accomplished so much more in his development and in his career. 2 years, being 2 years the younger. I heard Shinryu been doing boxing training for the last 2 years with the world champion. No one's really noticed it though. I've noticed that he's like started to not like panic on the feet and be able to hold his own. He has been training at ATT though. Horiguchi for this camp has brought him to ATT. Weirdly similar record to pre-fall off Vittori. His Tapology pick is great. What's up, Blanca? So yeah, I'm going with Shinryu, obviously. All right. I feel bad for Uncle Kubo over here. Shadu, he got thrown to the wolves. Shadulaev absolutely beat the shit out of him, beat him into retirement. He went into politics, lost. Not as bad as McGregor, as he actually like competed in the race, but he lost. And now, well, he's not married. He's got no political aspirations. He needs that money, baby. He needs that money. Kubo, kickboxing crossover, who surprisingly did pretty good. Didn't face the best competition, but these kickboxing crossover guys usually don't. But having said that, he did fight a lot of MMA guys, not just necessarily other kickboxing crossovers or just like quote unquote freak show fights, big name fights. He actually fought like MMA guys for the most part, which is pretty impressive, and got wins over them. An impressive 4-fight win streak. They fed him to Shadulaev a year ago, and he absolutely got destroyed. Comes back, and now they're giving him to Doubtbeck. Now, Doubtbeck should be fighting Shadulaev. Shadulaev and Mikuru, it's a money fight. You know, it's like John Jones and fucking calling a shot against Stipe at this point. It's a money fight, two big names, or whatever. Apparently, Doubtbeck and Shadulaev don't want to fight each other because they're friends. They're not even from the same country, and I personally think Doubtbeck is scared. And I think that's a very good excuse to make when you don't want to fight your friend, your brother. Doubtbeck is unreal. 18-3 as a pro, 5-0 in his last 5 fights. So glad he took some time off because, oh man, has he been involved in some wars. 14 KO TKOs, 1 submission, 3 decision, 4-1 in RIZIN, 1-0 in ACA, 1-0 in ACB. This was one of the best fights of the year, if not the best fight of the year. I do think Chihiro won, but hey, it doesn't really matter because we all won watching it. Honestly, the Yaman fight was way more competitive than we ever thought it would be. Shout to Yaman in that one. Another banger of a fight. Destroyed Kinoshita, destroyed Seki. I mean, his second run in RIZIN has been unbelievable. He took out some pretty good guys. I mean, he beat Diego Brandao in the last Pride before Diego Brandao came over to Tough Enough and is now the king of Vegas. So Doubtbeck is going to absolutely destroy Kubo in the first round. Ground and pound or on the feet, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Wherever he wants, he will beat him. What are the odds? Minus 500 should be minus 1,000. Like there should be, or at least minus 900 because you guys know me. I don't like boxing odds in MMA, but still. Yeah, he looked pretty good. Same here with Shinryu for submission. Doubtbeck is the one ducking for sure. He's going to bantamweight after this probably. Tisk. Love Doubtbeck. Well, maybe Akimoto can fight him next. Yaman got a future in MMA. He's solid. No, rewind the tape. All right. Oh, and speaking of the RIZIN Prince himself, Kiyoma Akimoto. Now, originally some fights got jiggity janked on this card. So, Juan Archuleta was supposed to fight Seguro Ni. Seguro Ni, when this fight fell through, they still wanted him on this card, and so they brought in Akimoto on short notice. Now, the reason Akimoto isn't fighting, didn't have a scheduled fight was he just came off a really good and dominant win. He won in 2 rounds, if I'm not mistaken, against Hagiwara, but it was a stand-up fight for the most part, and apparently he broke his nose. Now, he elected not to get surgery, so the I don't know if you guys I've never had surgery on I've not broken my nose a lot. It takes a while for it to kind of reset, and mine will forever be fucked. But anyways, he elected not to get surgery, so the recovery time it's just supposed to be a lot longer. Now, he fought only 2 months ago, basically. So his nose is 100% not 100%, which is why I think both him and RIZIN, a month ago or 4 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, I should say, when they're finalizing all the matchups for the card, 3-4 weeks ago, they didn't get him to sign a contract because who knew what stage he would have been at, come this time. Cleared to fight, good enough to fight, knows probably still not 100%, which is the reason why he's probably not fighting a Dalbeck, not fighting, someone at the top of the division or someone for a title eliminator fight. Instead, he comes in, tune-up fight against Suguru Ni. My boy Suguru Ni. I fucking love Suguru Ni, and he's going to get absolutely murdered here again. Oh, man. Since coming into RIZIN, it's been high highs, low fucking lows. I will say he was looking damn good against Nazimov on his feet. Defending takedowns, being aggressive, landing some really good strikes, but that front kick to the face, man. It is what it is. He got brutally knocked out 6 months ago. Takeda beating him was very disappointing because I don't rate Takeda highly at all. And Majima finishing him. I know Majima's fucking awesome, but goddamn, Suguru Ni really couldn't make that one go to a decision as well. Oh, man. I will say the former King of Pancrase knocking out his high school buddy and kicking him in the face was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. But Akimoto should tear through Suguru Ni, and I'm thinking TKO at some point in the fight. All right. On the main, so probably 7.5 hours. So 7 hours. What time zone are you in? First of all, Austin Talks Fights. It starts at 11 p.m. Eastern, probably 6.5, 7 hours till the main event. It has not started yet, by the way. I'm just doing a quick last-minute preview. Then I'm going to crush a workout, take a nap, and then see you guys in a few hours for the whole card of RIZIN. This could be fight of the night, ladies and gentlemen. This could be fight of the night. The Yamen fight was canceled, by the way.
Emotional damage.
Ryuya Fukuda against Tetsuya Ando. Every fucking time I pick against Ando, he tells me, "You're a fucking idiot. Shut the fuck up. And next time, pick me to win a fight, motherfucker." That's what he says. He looks at the camera. He utters that to the City Life Project. So I gotta pick him. But let's go. Let's dive into Fukuda here. 25, 9-1, 4-1 in his last 5 fights. But man, is he still? I would say he's still in his prime. 33 years of age. He's probably right at the end of that window, but he is so good, man. 12 KO TKOs. So hard to finish. He's only been knocked out once, only been submitted once. 12 decisions, but 12 knockouts. Fuck a submission game. He ain't interested. 3-1 in RIZIN, 11-3-1 in the Mighty Shuto, and 9-2 in Deep. The former Deep champ. He almost became the Neza champ. That freaking pesky Diaz, and Gaypov. Fukuda fought him, Mokaev. Shorty Torres fought him, Mokaev. Quack. Anyways, what a run he was on here, beating some, RIZIN level competition in Deep and in Shudo for that matter. He's well-rounded. He's good at keeping the fights on the feet. He's good at scrambling. He wants to strike. Doesn't really go for any offensive grappling, but he's good enough to get the fights back to his feet. Now, Ando, in my opinion, is a little bit more well-rounded, but holy fuck, has his striking come a long way. So I would say Fukuda pure striking, probably, from what I've seen, probably a little bit with the edge, but Ando has the power and just toss that freaking polished striking out the window. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you're as explosive and as tough as Ando's. 16-4-1. 7 KO TKOs, only been knocked out once, only been submitted once, but he has 6 submissions to his name and only 3 decisions. 1-0-1 championship, 2-0 in RIZIN. Shuto champ as well, ladies and gentlemen. Both of these guys conquered Shuto, which is so cool. Both of them just fucking tore it up on the regional scene in Japan, man. Came into one championship. Got a nice win there as well. Lost in Road to UFC, but lost the decision. No shame in that. And then came in with 2 huge wins. First round finish, second round finish, cracking his opponents and getting the rear naked choke. No one thought he beat Gasanzade. No one. Some people thought he beat Ji Young Yang. I certainly wasn't one of them. I'm going with Tetsuya Ando in this one. I'm sorry, Fukuda. I can't pick against him. I can't pick against him. Momentum is everything, right, chat? Good wrestling, good chin, tough, explosive. Always goes for the finish. I know Fukuda only loses to champions, but maybe but Ando is a Shudo champion, so we'll see. We'll see. Ando's a demon. All right. Yeah, I'm Central Time. I'm Central Time. Also, you got some questions about time of events. Go Tapology, make the conversion to Eastern Time. Whoever puts Tapology with your time, bro. Shinsuke trained with Fukuda a few times to learn MMA style striking and said that sparring with Fukuda was the most danger he ever felt. Fukuda's such a good striker, man. Such a good striker and so fun to watch. That is potentially my fight of the night. We'll see. Like on paper, anyways. Isha, on a scale of calling yourself an MMA creator to Dana White, booking Francis Ngannou versus John Jones, which is more likely to happen than Mikuru beating Shadu live? Wait. So which is more likely to happen? Francis Ngannou fighting John Jones or Mikuru beating Shadulaev? Honestly, Francis versus John Jones is way more likely than Mikuru beating Shadulaev. If Mikuru beats Shadulaev, dude, I don't know what I'll do. I was going to say I'll down the freaking rest of this whiskey that we're drinking tonight, but I ain't no shoe nice, bro. No, John Jones, Francis Ngannou, I don't care if they're in their 40s. They're still dollar signs. So that will always, like I would say that Elon Musk and Zuckerberg have more of a chance of fighting on the White House card in the cage, 8 title fights, than Shadulaev losing to Mikuru. Ando jumps into range out of nowhere, hurts his opponent, and chokes them out. I don't know these guys, and my screen is blurry, which is the pale guy. We'll get into it. Vugar Karamov up against Kleber Quike Earps. Now, what a matchup. What a matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Azerbaijani grappling versus Brazilian/Japanese jiu-jitsu. Karamov, the former champ, 21-6 as a pro, 3-2 in his last 5 fights. Win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1. And he's 33. He's no longer a spring chicken. 7 KOTK has only been knocked out once by freaking Suzuki for the title in Azerbaijan. That was unbelievable. 9 submissions, only been submitted once. So he's only been finished twice, which is something to keep note of. 4 decisions and 4 decision losses. 1-0 in Bellator, 7-3 in RIZIN. Beat Kimura in his last fight, which is a really good win. Lost to Roberto da Souza. But that was also up a weight class. Now he's going to fight Kleber, which is, da Souza without the striking ability. But potentially more of a slippery and dangerous submission artist. Yeah, they're probably about the same, but you know what I mean. Da Souza's now a little like K1 Da Souza. He's a little bit of more of a threat on the feet than Kleber. Great win over Majima. Again, lost to Suzuki, was beating Suzuki in the grappling until that up knee, brother. See, that's why the UFC is fake MMA. Fake MMA, fake MMA, fake MMA. Suzuki wouldn't be champion in the UFC because they favor the crotch sniffers. Great win against Mikuru Asakura to gain the title as well. I mean, all the guys he's pretty much beaten RIZIN. Nakajima when he was still good. Yamamoto was still good. Hori was still good. Yeah, he's got some really good wins. And even on the regional scene, he had some really good wins as well. Kleber, man, he has not been on like a losing streak or, dare I say, in the dumps for a while. He's the underdog in this one too, which is absolutely insane. Certified Unk, 36 years of age, is the former KSW and RIZIN Phenom. Current RIZIN Phenom. 2 KOTKOs, 30 submissions. He's only been submitted once. 30 freaking submissions, 3 decisions. Unbelievable. 10-3 in RIZIN, where he reigned for a while as champ. 5-2 in KSW. Like, it's unbelievable that like KSW and RIZIN, he was able to have so much dominance in. 0-1 in Bellator. So yeah. Right, he was the KSW champ. Fucking defended his title once as well. Only lost to Gamrot and freaking Artur Sawinski, former champ in his own right. Came over, or got a 1 championship fight, won. Came over to RIZIN and went on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fight a win streak. Took on Patricio. He did beat Suzuki. But it was overturned, no contest because he missed weight. Then went on a 3-fight win streak again. Easy win against Sato. Easy win against Juan Archuleta, who I think won. He might have missed weight for that one. And then regained the title against Suzuki, this time upon making weight. Defended it against Shah Delaev, who was the first one to finish him. First one to knock him out, sorry. He'd never been TKO'd before. So he is still durable. I mean, Shah Delaev is a different animal. I think Kleber finds the submission, or at least does enough on the ground to win a split decision if it goes that way. I think, honestly, Karamov is smart to try to keep this on the feet and try to defend takedowns, defend Imanari rolls, and really just try to beat the shit out of Kleber on the feet, counter left hooks, uppercuts on his entries, knees and grounded kicks. If he goes for the body locks, I think if Karamov kind of settles into his usual style, Kleber's going to catch him, and I do think Kleber will catch him. I think he submits him in this one, and I like him as the underdog. Is this the beginning of the end for Kleber, though? Getting knocked out for the first time at 36 ain't a good look. Hey, what's up, already? You got to rewind the tape, brother. Rewind the tape. We already went over that. I think Kleber gets a sub. What do you think of the judging on knockout yesterday? I heard there was a lot of bullshit. It just wasn't inconsistent. Everyone's like, oh, they were favoring the Japanese fighters. Yet 2 ties, one when I thought the Japanese... 2 ties, one fairly, and one where clearly the Japanese chick won. So Sidichai didn't win. Everyone freaked the fuck out. There was a couple that I didn't agree with, but I don't know how to score these crazy special rules fights, so I don't know. I think people are blowing it out of proportion. I would say that 3 I didn't agree with, and literally 2 I agreed with, and they went to the right person, and the right person was not Japanese, so. RIZIN, I swear, hates me, always declining my credit card multiple times. Dude, K1, it did for me too. I just had to like remove it and then just remove it and then put it back on, and then it worked. Good to see you, ready. All right, finally, talk about ducks. Reina was doing her best Mokaev impression, her best John Jones impression, claiming that she was injured for how many years now? Almost 2. Crazy. Reina is back, ladies and gentlemen. Almost certified auntie at this point, taking on the greatest female Japanese fighter of all time. Seika Izawa, 17-0 as a pro. I don't know what else to say. The odds on this one are crazy. If Dalpec's not minus fucking 1,000, yet Seika Izawa is minus 2,500. Insane. 1 KO, 9 submissions, 7 decisions. Tall, lanky, not the best striking. There will be openings for Reina to hit her, but what I will say is her grappling is insane. And once she wraps those legs around you, you are done, man. Controls the back, dominance in side control, dominance in the guard. I just don't think Reina's going to be able to get back up to her feet easily in this one. 11-0 in RIZIN, 5-0 in Deep Jewels. She's the queen of RIZIN, the queen of Deep Jewels. If she ever went to Invicta, she would clean them out. If she ever went to Combate Global, she would clean them out. If UFC had atomweight, well, then now we're talking, baby. Now we're talking. But anyways, she's the greatest Japanese fighter of all time. Reina, 15-5. Yeah, she had a stomp KO once. Whatever. What was that, like 10 years ago now? Who gives a fuck? 8 KO TKOs, 2 submissions, 5 decisions. She's never been knocked out, but she has been submitted 3 times. And she's lost twice via decision. 14-4 in RIZIN, 0-1 in Bellator. I honestly thought Yuri Shin beat her, but it was a close fight. Too close for my liking. I think Kate Oyama held her own, which tipped my cap to take Kate Oyama to be critical of Reina. Kate Oyama shouldn't be holding her own for a round and a half. But I take it back. Kate Oyama held her own for about 1:30. Then she started to get her ass beat, but she's very tough. She lost to Claire Lopez via knee bar You're telling me that Seika Izawa, if Claire Lopez can knee bar you, the Seika Izawa can't find that neck at one point, or maybe even that knee. But I will say, Claire Lopez is fine. Siwoo Park is fine. Lindsay Van Zant is fine. I don't know, man. I never bought into the hype that was Reina. But I 100% have bought into the hype that is Seika Izawa. And I think Seika Izawa either finds a submission or wins a dominant decision. If Reina loses, close down atomweight. I feel Kubo is being a bit underrated. 100% takedown defense against Saito. Amazing kickboxing. Over a year off, not training, as much as he should be. 38 years of age. I know he's Japanese, so it's more like 32 years of age because you guys age like fine wine over there. I know Dalpek isn't known for his takedowns as much as Shadu Live, and I do know that Yaman was able to defend a few, but maybe Kubo defends one or two with the underhooks and sprawl, but I think when he does, Dalpek just knees him in the head. Like I said, I think Kubo, out of a lot of the kickboxing crossovers, has been one of the more impressive ones in RIZIN, and I give him his flowers for that. And shit, RIZIN gave him a friggin' high-level fight against Shadulaev as a reward, but I just think Dalpek's going to absolutely destroy him. Oh, you can watch it tomorrow as well, buddy. You can watch it tomorrow as well. All right. For the title here, Naoki Inoue versus Danny Sabatello, the Italian gangster. 16-4-1 as a pro, 2-2-1 in his last 5 fights. Came into RIZIN looking like K1 Sabatello, but look at who he was fighting. Ota's a wrestler. So, of course, he was going to beat up a wrestler. Shoko Sato gave him a way too close of a fight. Shoko Sato showed that he still has that takedown defense, still can grapple in his own right, and Shoko Sato's striking isn't anything spectacular. It's good, not great, but it's good. And he absolutely, in my opinion, outstruck Danny Sabatello, forced him to go back to his own ways. Love sniffing that jock. Inoue, I think, obviously is not as good of a pure wrestler as Sabatello, but Inoue has great grappling. He's got good grappling defense. I know Motoya was able to expose it a little bit, but that was towards the end of the fight, 3rd round in particular. 20-4, 4-1 in his last 5 fights on a 4-fight win streak. Honestly, if he would have beaten Uncle Motoya a little bit more dominantly than just a split decision, I think he would have signed with the UFC. Was able to defend his title against Fukuda in his last fight, which is awesome. Like, just look at Suchio Kim for the title. Suchio Kim, unbelievable fighter. Don't let his record fool you. Suchio Kim is just getting old right now and he's chinny, but he's such a fucking gamer. I was surprised Suchio Kim got beaten up that bad against him, but Suchio Kim fought, I think, like 4 or 5 times that year. He fought like every 2-3 months. It was nuts. Yuki Motoya, again, great win against Uncle Motoya. Even though it was close, Motoya is no fucking joke. Fukuda, no joke. So great title defenses here. And if he finishes Danny Sabatello or is able to beat him unanimously, like he might be signed to the UFC. Maybe they debut him on a Japanese card that's coming up. I know, coming up that they're talking about. And then Danny Sabatello has another opportunity to fight for a belt in RIZIN because he'll probably get the next title shot yet again. I got Inoue winning this one. I got Inoue winning this one. Again, so many good underdogs on this card. Sabatello will get choked out. Sato should have won off damage. I think Danny Sabatello is perfect for RIZIN because they love a showman, right? They love a showman. Kubo doesn't even care about his MMA career, failed politician. RIZIN is the only other competition for UFC. Disagree. Wholeheartedly disagree. The fact you didn't mention KSW is insane. PFL 1 are bleeding. We need Japanese MMA to succeed. The fact you didn't mention KSW and Octagon is absolutely insane, brother. ACA as well. As much as I fucking hate Kadyrov, like the fact you didn't mention ACA, fucking KSW and Octagon blows my fucking mind, brother. Blows my fucking mind. But I do like how you think Sabatello is going to be choked out. Kim needed to fight so much for save up for the Switch. His wife never bought him. Why did Inoue stop being a grappler? Because his striking finally got really good. I've only read the title, but I know this is Nick from Glory's fault. Nick and Christine now. They're freaking head of law. They're both on the freaking documents. Anyways, flyweight Grand Prix finale, ladies and gentlemen. Jay Wolf talks so much shit about the flyweight Grand Prix compared to the heavyweight Grand Prix, despite the flyweight Grand Prix being so much better. Ogi Kubo is the Marab of RIZIN. The Marab of RIZIN. 29-8-2 as a pro, 4-1 in his last 5 fights on a 4-fight win streak. Hardly anybody can dethrone him. 2 KO TKO losses, 2 submission losses, 4 decision losses. He's 6 submission victories, 22 wins via decision. 11-4 in RIZIN, 0-1 in Bellator. He only has lost to top guys. The former Bellator champ and RIZIN champ, Juan Archuleta. I know he's long in the tooth right now, but Juan Archuleta was a very, very good fighter in his prime. Lost to Suchil Kim, Horiguchi, and Archuleta. Fucking Road FC champ, RIZIN champ, and Bellator champ, and Bellator and RIZIN champ. So no shame in that. Beat Kaya Sakura. Beat Zulu and Pantosha during the Ultimate Fighter. I know it was back in the day, but that just shows how talented he was even early. And he's pretty much taken out everybody. Everybody, man. And despite him being, 38 years of age, out-grappled the fucking young stud grappler, out-grappled Shorty Torres, out-grappled Shinryu, and pinned John Dodson on his ass like John Dodson usually gets pinned on his ass against wrestlers. He's got a good chin still at 38 years of age. I love how he's only the -250 favorite because Uncle Montoya, I fucking believe in you. Look, Ogi Kubo is probably going to wet blanket him. But if there's anybody to beat the older uncle, it's the younger uncle, my uncle, Yuki Motoya. And if Yuki Motoya beats Ogi Kubo, I don't give a fuck if it was a split decision loss. Fighter of the year in all of MMA. No ifs, ands, or buts. Anybody who's just simping and jerking off to Dana White's bald head, fuck off. If he beats Ogi Kubo, he is fighter of the year in mixed martial arts. Fighter of the year in mixed martial arts. Moving down weight classes, fighting for a title, his activity. There is no other fighter. If you think so, you do not watch the sport. As simple as that. 39, and it would be his 40th win as well, which is insane. 39-14 for the absolute unanimous king of deep. 4-1 in his last 5 fights, only losing a very razor-close decision to Ito, which halted his UFC plans. 8 KO TKOs, 14 submissions, 17 decisions. It all comes down to his weight cut. If he made 125 and there's not a lot of complications, then there's a fucking chance, man. Then there's a fucking chance. 14-9, he's slick enough to get out of those freaking flattening positions from Ogi Kubo. 14-9 in RIZIN, 25-4 in deep, man. He beat Shinryu, he beat Kondo whatever, but Shinryu, really good win. Beat Ota, who's a really good wrestler. Beat Akimoto, the young prospect. Lost to Vince Morales, but honestly, he wanted to box Vince Morales, and that was one of Vince Morales' best performances I've ever seen. Lost to Kaya Sakura, no shame in that. Bontorin is a huge win. Kuramoto is a huge win. I mean, I'm swinging on the underdog in this one. I believe in Motoya. If he wins, 40th win, fighter of the year. People do not understand how good Ogi Kubo is still, right? And if Motoya beats him, holy fucking shit, chat. Holy fucking shit. That would be amazing. All right. Let's see if the chat's like throwing tomatoes at me. Deep Kick is one organization that can beat UFC. Yes, you got to go to the store. Do you think if Pantoja and Ogi Kubo are rematched, do you think Ogi Kubo could beat him again? I think there's a chance. Although I think Pantoja in his prime is better than Ogi Kubo in his prime. Should see a decent Q1 fight for Juan Archuleta. I asked to pass some names over to him in Baroka XFC title. I hope, I mean, I'm going to keep my mouth shut on Juan Archuleta. I really respect his career overall, but it's been eye roll after eye roll after eye roll in his attempt to come back to RIZIN. Love the flying knees, love how he's ripping it up domestically, but make like Spike Carlisle and get your shit together, Juan. We want to see you back in RIZIN before all is said and done. Chris Breezy, the future Brown, is my fighter of the year. The real Chris Brown. Let's fucking go. I'm hyped for this fight. Yes, it does, Mike. Yes, it does. What's up, anyways? Good to see you. I love Matoya, but I can never forgive his loss to Vince Morales. People will find a way to connect UFC being better than RIZIN. Well, I mean, in fairness, Vince Morales wasn't signed by the UFC. He was freshly cut by the UFC. So in my opinion, Vince Morales was not a UFC fighter at that time. I love Vince Morales, by the way. He's a friend of the channel. He's been super busy throughout the holidays, but he did agree to talk to us on the podcast. And he has a YouTube channel as well. Go check him out. I'm excited. Been salivating about this card since they announced it. First RIZIN landmark card. Let's go. Been waiting for RIZIN deep kick card waiting for a deep kick card for a while. Oh, I wish that they televised them live. I think they did one this year live. All right. Co-main event, we have a Roberto de Souza again. Bro, like chill, Mike, chill. We clearly aren't on that one yet. We clearly are on the co-main event. Bruh. That's almost asking for link territory, and this isn't even a live stream, or this isn't even a freaking fight companion. You got 5 minutes, Mike? You got 5 minutes? Roberto de Souza against, is it Ikram Nazimov? Nazimov, 12-3 as a pro. He's the next big thing. Plus 250. I'm surprised that De Souza is not the bigger favorite. Age factor, perhaps? Or maybe it was how Nazimov finished Seguro Knee in his last fight. So Nazimov front kicked Seguro Knee in the face to knock him out in his last fight. But I will say Seguro Knee was, dare I say, getting the better of him in striking. At the very least, holding his own. You don't know who was up in the fight. I would say yes. Seguro Knee looked really good in the striking before he got fucking front kicked in the face. So famous last words, right? But Nazimov overall has faced okay competition, but nothing too crazy. 6 KO TKOs, 3 submissions, 3 decisions. His grappling is good. His striking is good. Dare I say his grappling is great. His striking is great. But is it elite? I guess we'll find out. 3-0 in RIZIN, 3-1 in World Combat Self-Defense Association. Beat Seguro Knee, beat Sora Yamamoto. I would say like Juarez Dia, Yamamoto, this fucking guy have been his best opponents, which is like, you know what I mean? Did get caught, so he's not unchinnable. Did get caught on a 3-fight win streak in RIZIN. He fought a lot of experienced guys and okay guys on the rise. Came into RIZIN and beat, 2 guys that he needed to beat. Not lower end of the roster, but certainly not the highest end of the roster. I would have liked to see him fight one more guy before De Souza, like a Gustavo or something like that. But, didn't work out. And this is the fight that we're going to make. This is the biggest step up in competition Nazimov has ever had, and probably the biggest freaking guy he's ever been in a ring with, training room or in a real fight. Roberto De Souza, he fights like he's freaking 30 right now. De Souza has just entered his prime. Like, I truly believe in the last 2 years, De Souza has just entered his prime. I think he's going to be dominating until 38. I think we got another 2-year window of Roberto De Souza dominating, man. 20-3 as a pro, 5-0 in his last 5 fights, has only been KO'd twice, never been submitted, and now he's turning into K1 Satoshi. 13 submissions, 1 decision, 13-1 in RIZIN, 0-2 in Bellator. Honestly, he should have defended his title way more. This was absolutely insane that this wasn't a title shot. He should have defended his title 6 times now. Fuck, you could even argue that they should have made this a title fight as well. But anyways, he lost to Patricky Pitbull on literally 17 hours notice. Yeah. Patricky's opponent fell through. He took the fight. He got fucking leg kicked. It was kind of fucked, but yeah, it was 17 hours notice. This is a nothing burger of a loss. This honestly, I think should have been a split decision because the fight was that close, but I do think AJ won, but it was very, very close. Very, very, very close. And other than that, he beat all the other top guys in RIZIN. Tofik in his prime, Yachi in his prime, Johnny Case. Fucking Johnny Case just outside his prime. It's still a very dangerous Johnny Case. Spike Carlisle. Gustavo, who we freaking knocked out in the first round. Karamov. Wanbin Ki. Hori. I mean, unless he gets Anderson Silva kicked in the face, which can you create that 2 times in a row? I don't think so. Roberto D'Souza, man. Submission and or TKO. I don't think Nazimov sees the end of this fight. All right. Main event that we'll get to the chat, and then we'll hang up the gloves because I got to set up the RIZIN stream. Razabali Shadulayev against Mikuru Asakura. Asakura, 19-5 as a pro. For the Japan top team leader, breaking down owner, former RIZIN champ, and just superstar. And the new, I would say like the man responsible for the new wave of combat sports and resurrecting the ethos of the mighty Pride FC and Dream, alongside his brother, of course. 19-5 as a pro, 3-2 in his last 5 fights. Coming out of retirement to get a win over Kleber and now a title shot against Shadulayev. 9 KO TKOs. Has only been knocked out once, which is crazy to think about because he is a little chinny. Only been knocked out once in MMA anyways. He has been knocked out in kickboxing. 2 submission losses, 9 decision wins, only 2 decision losses. 13-4 in RIZIN, 3-0 in Fighting Network Rings. Dude, Rings has been around forever. Yeah, so beat Kleber in their rematch, beat Chihiro Suzuki, which I will say this. The only reason I think he beat Chihiro is because Suzuki was still fucking half concussed from the Daltbeck fight. I think Chihiro had 5 to 6 months to fucking recover and train. He would have beaten Asakura. Hopefully, we see that fight down the road again. Got murked by Ren Hiramoto, a juiced Ren Hiramoto. I mean, a totally clean Ren Hiramoto. I got out-grappled by Karamov. Beat Ushiku, but Ushiku is far past his prime. Even in 2023, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. Ushiku was once a really good fighter and an awesome champion, but far, gone are the days. Although Ushiku was better in 2023 than he was now. Lost to Sato. Beat Hagiwara. There was a time where his run was insane. From deep. Yeah, so between 2017 and 2020, he did go on an unbelievable run, and he did beat some amazing opponents. Gustavo, Daltbeck, Teixeira. He's a legend. I just think he's taken a lot of damage throughout his career. His grappling defense, there's going to be no grappling defense against Shadulayev. So I think Shadulayev probably finds his entry, takes him down, ground and pound, likely in the first round. The question is, does Shadulayev beat him more brutally than Ren Hiramoto? That is the question. That is the question. All good, Mike. All good. Man, Nazimov should win, but man, every time I doubt Satoshi, he just pulls it off. See, I don't think Nazimov should win at all. I haven't seen much from Nazimov to impress me other than like talent, but what do I do with the talent? Seguru Ni was beating him on the feet before Seguru Ni forgot that this guy was a freaking string bean and has legs the size of praying mantis legs. I thought Satoshi would be minus 600. Roberto! Before you post an interview of a fighter, you should like promote it. I think most people like interviews. They'll want to watch if you tell who it is and where they fight, etc. ahead of time. I can do that. Satoshi, I don't know by what. Clever says Satoshi's too good of a striker now, so we can't spar with him anymore. I feel like I miss your interviews. If they're previewed age of time, I think more will watch. I should preview them. What's poppin'? I'm so ready. Let's go. Maybe do a premiere. Okay. No, I like these ideas. Thank you. And still undefeated. Hey, what's up, Mitch? Good to see you. 10 out of 10 excitement. Dude, I'm so excited. Happy New Year, user. Happy New Year. Yo, user, check it out. This is what we got. This is what we'll be sipping on tonight. We have the Nika coffee grain whiskey, my favorite Japanese whiskey. Mwah. I already dug into it a little bit. Not today, but on Christmas. It was a Christmas present from my friend. Dug into it. Well, my buddy's dad shared with me the Johnny Walker Blue Label, and I was like, all right, well, we'll crack this open then. If you're going Blue Label on me, I'm not a big Scotch drinker, but man, that shit's good. Brother, Nova Scotia got cold today, dude. Minnesota is damn cold today as well. It was 9 degrees Fahrenheit, which I think is like, it's got to be like, minus 15, minus 20 range. 11 p.m. Eastern. Hey, what's up, sis? 6 to 7 excitement. The poll sucks. Are you not excited? Whiskey is definitely meant for deleting vids. No, we're not drinking whiskey on this stream. When you're hitting up ice fishing, when the lakes are safe to fish. The wind almost broke a window. How bad are the two intermissions going to be? I think not too bad. Probably 20 minutes apiece after the announcements. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. If you want to see a more in-depth... Wait, what the fuck? Oh, anyways. If you guys want to see more in-depth RIZIN picks and predictions, here is the full podcast and stream. I will get the RIZIN picks and I'll get the RIZIN actual fight companion up here in a moment. If you guys want to see us bury all the glory streams, you can see it in the beginning of the video. I also think no one really knows how good Mikuru is. Since the Karamov fight, he's changed his coaches and training multiple times, and not much happened in the Suzuki and Kleber fights to see what he's learned. I think the Suzuki fight was more Suzuki just literally was probably still concussed. The Kleber fight did impress me. The Kleber fight did impress me. I won't lie. See, that's too fancy for me. I just drink whiskey out of Mountain Dew bottle of my buddy's record. There you go. Yes. Exactly. Thank you, Amberly.
Exactly that.
Thank you. Amberly, yes. Yes. All right, guys. That is it for this random ass stream. Smash that like button and subscribe, and we'll see you in 3 hours, right? 3 hours. Less than 3 hours. 2.5 hours for the RIZIN New Year's Eve card. Hey, what's up, Gun Tone Granny? Good to see you. Man was chilling in the Valley of AZ today. High was only 72 degrees. Frig off, Leahy. I'd be shirtless and in shorts in 73 degrees. I'd be swimming in lakes in 73 degrees. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you all. We'll see you in a couple hours for the RIZIN New Year's Eve card live here on the City Life Project YouTube channel. See you in a few hours. Happy New Year. Early New Year. And get some rest, sneak a nap in, or start popping that champagne early, guys. We'll see you in a bit. Peace.
Yeah.